Tea ceremony. The Japanese tea ceremony is a traditional practice centered around preparing and serving matcha in a highly ritualized way. It developed over centuries, influenced by Zen Buddhism and refined during the samurai era. Every movement is deliberate, from how the tea is whisked to how it is offered to guests. It matters because it reflects harmony, respect, and mindfulness in everyday action. Kimono wearing. Kimono wearing is the tradition of dressing in formal Japanese garments with specific patterns, layers, and seasonal meanings. It dates back over 1,000 years and was once everyday clothing before becoming reserved for special occasions. Each kimono design can signal age, status, or event type. It matters because it preserves cultural identity through clothing that carries deep symbolic meaning. Hanami. Hanami is the tradition of viewing cherry blossoms during spring in Japan. It has been practiced for centuries, originally among nobles who admired the fleeting beauty of nature. People gather under blooming trees for food, music, and reflection. It matters because it expresses the Japanese appreciation for impermanence and seasonal change. Matsuri festivals. Matsuri festivals are traditional community celebrations often linked to local shrines and seasonal events. They have roots in Shinto practices meant to honor gods and ensure good harvests or protection. Each region has its own unique style, with parades, floats, and street food. It matters because it strengthens community bonds and connects people to spiritual traditions. Shinto rituals. Shinto rituals are practices connected to the indigenous belief system of Japan that honors spirits known as kami. These rituals often take place at shrines and involve purification, offerings, and prayers. They have no single founder but evolved naturally over time. They matter because they shape how many people interact with nature and spirituality. Obon Festival. The Obon Festival is a tradition where families honor the spirits of ancestors believed to return home during a specific period each year. It has Buddhist roots and is marked by lantern lighting, grave visits, and dances. The atmosphere is both reflective and celebratory. It matters because it reinforces respect for family lineage and remembrance of the past. Shogatsu, Japanese New Year, known as Shogatsu, is the most important annual celebration in Japan. It involves cleaning homes, visiting shrines, and sharing special foods called osechi. The tradition symbolizes renewal and a fresh start. It matters because it blends spiritual rituals with family gatherings and cultural customs. Origami. Origami is the traditional art of paper folding to create shapes, figures, and symbolic designs without cutting or glue. It became widely practiced during the Edo period, although its origins are older. Simple folds can represent animals, flowers, or abstract forms. It matters because it combines creativity, patience, and precision in a quiet, artistic form. Ikebana. Ikebana is the Japanese art of flower arrangement that emphasizes balance, space, and natural beauty. It originated from Buddhist flower offerings and evolved into a refined artistic discipline. Unlike Western floral design, it focuses on minimalism and meaning rather than abundance. Sumo wrestling. Sumo wrestling is a traditional sport and cultural ritual where two wrestlers attempt to force each other out of a ring. It has ancient origins tied to Shinto ceremonies performed to entertain the gods. Ritual purification and ceremonial movements are still part of matches today. Bonsai cultivation. Bonsai cultivation is the practice of growing miniature trees in containers while carefully shaping them over time. It was influenced by Chinese horticultural traditions and refined in Japan. Each tree is pruned and trained to reflect natural landscapes in small form. Onsen bathing. Onsen bathing is the tradition of soaking in natural hot springs found throughout Japan. These baths are rich in minerals and have been used for relaxation and healing for centuries. Bathing is often a quiet and communal experience focused on cleanliness and calm. Tatami flooring culture. Tatami flooring culture refers to traditional Japanese rooms covered with woven straw mats. These mats define how spaces are used and how people sit, sleep, and interact inside homes. The practice developed in historical residences and tea houses. Samurai Code of Bushido. The Samurai Code of Bushido is a set of ethical principles followed by warriors in feudal Japan. It emphasizes loyalty, honor, discipline, and self-control. While it evolved over time, it became a guiding philosophy for conduct in both war and peace. Kabuki theater. Kabuki theater is a classical performance art known for dramatic acting, stylized movement, and elaborate costumes. It began in the early 17th century and became a popular form of entertainment for common people. Performances often tell historical or moral stories through expressive staging. Noh theater. Noh theater is one of the oldest theatrical traditions in Japan, characterized by slow, symbolic movement and masked performers. It developed in the 14th century and was often performed for the elite classes. Music and minimal staging create a quiet, reflective atmosphere. Omotenashi hospitality. Omotenashi hospitality is the cultural tradition of offering wholehearted, selfless service to guests. It is deeply embedded in Japanese social behavior and can be seen in hotels, restaurants, and everyday interactions. The focus is on anticipating needs without expecting anything in return. Kintsugi art. Kintsugi art is the practice of repairing broken pottery using lacquer mixed with gold, silver, or platinum. Instead of hiding cracks, it highlights them as part of the object's history. This tradition developed in Japan and carries a strong philosophical meaning.